So I'm still going through the book. I have to finish up chapter 2. We're talking about angles, and the last section is called 2.6 bearings. In some situations, compass bearings based on north, east, south, and west are used to describe direction. For navigation, 3-figure bearings are used. A 3-figure bearing is the angle always measured clockwise from north. When the angle is less than 100, 1 or 2 zeros are inserted in front of the angle, so that the bearing still has 3 figures. Thus, east as a bearing is 090, and south is 180. The directions of the 4 bearings, 032, 143, 227, and 315 are shown in figure 2.25. Okay, example. The bearing of B from A is 74 degrees, 74 degrees. Find the bearing of A from B. It is important to draw a rough sketch. Start by putting A on a paper with a line due north through A, and then put B on the diagram together with a line due north through B. The bearing of A from B is the reflex angle at B and is therefore 180 plus x. But the angle x is alternate to the angle of 74, so x equals 74. Therefore, the bearing of A from B is 180 plus x, and it's 254. There are plenty of mnemonics to help you remember the order of the compass points. Never eat slimy worms is one example. No, it's never eat shredded wheat. All right, let's see if I can do this. Exercise. So this is 2.6 bearings. And, oh, it's a bit hard to read it. And exercise 1. Make a tracing of the figure and extend the lines. Then using your protractor, I don't have a protractor. So I can't do 1. So 2. Draw accurate diagrams to illustrate these bearings. I do not have a protractor, so I can't do 83 degrees. Okay, let's try 3. Express the following directions as 3-figure bearings. Okay. So that I can do. So this is never eat shredded wheat. So west would be 270. B would be northeast. Northeast would be 45 degrees. C, southwest would be, what's 180 plus 45? Oh, 180 plus, I'm doing it on my little scrap paper here, 45 is 5, 12, 225, 225 degrees. D. Northwest would be, what's that? 270 plus 45 is 315. Okay. Express the following directions as 3-figure bearings. I don't get it. Oh, I think I get it. So I need to know what this is, right? And if this is 31 degrees, so A is 180 minus 31, which would be what? 180 minus 31 would be 9, 149. B would be 180 minus 113, which would be 67. C is 156. So it'd be 360 minus 156, which would be what? 104, I think. No. Yes. That doesn't sound right though. Anyway, 5. The bearing B from A is 139. Find the bearing of A from B. So let's try that. Let's draw it out, right? So the bearing from B to A is 139. So find the bearing from A, and let's do B. And then we're supposed to draw straight line up, and then a line. And then this is 139. So we need to find out what this is. Right? Which would be 139, because it's the reflex. So this is 139, and so we have to figure out what this is. So would it be, what's following this formula? It would be x plus 180. So it technically would be 139 plus 180, which would equal 319 in theory. 6. The bearing from D to C is 205. Find the bearing from C. Find the bearing of C from D. So would it still just be 180 plus 205? $385. That doesn't make any sense. How do we do this then? Would it be 360 minus 205 for some reason? Let's try that. I don't know why we're trying that, but we are. 155. So 2 points. Exercise 2.5. Okay. 2.5. I can't do those ones. Oh, A, 270, yes. 45, 225, and 315, yes. 149, 60, oh. $204. This one I was supposed to do 360, I think, which is 293. And this is 25. Okay. I don't know how to do this, obviously. Get it. This is supposed to be 25 degrees. The answer is 25 degrees. How do we get to 25 degrees from? So there's D and there's C, and then we're doing a straight line and a straight line, right? And then we're going like this. No, we're going like this. We are going like this. Because this is D. And this is C over here. And this is 205. Right? Two oh five would just be like, C would be down here, 205. So are we trying to find out what this is? And then we're trying to find out what this is or what this is. I think we're trying to find out what this is. Okay. So basically we're making because we're trying to find out what this is. From this to this. So how would that be 25? Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Oh, okay. So then what is this one? Okay, so this would be X. Here, we got to figure out what X is. And then once we know what X is, then we can minus the X. Okay, so if we do 360 minus 205 is, I should get my calculator out so I don't screw up the math anymore. Okay, so if we do 360 minus 205, it's 155. So that's 155. So this is 155, which means that this would be 155. And then it would be 155. So it'd be 180 minus 155, which is 25. Brilliant. Because we're trying to find this, and we know that this is 55, and this is 180. So it would be 180 minus 155, which would be 25. Let's just do quick. 360 minus 130, 113. 113. 247. What's 4b supposed to be? 293. How do we get to 293? Okay, I gotta do this one over again. B. $180. So we're trying to figure out what this is. This is totally 180. So this one would be 180 minus 113. 180. Oh, are we trying to figure out what this is? I'm so confused. It would be 180 minus 113. Oops. 180 minus 113. 67. How the hell did I come up with? It's supposed to be 239. Okay, what if we do 180 plus 113? 293. 293. Okay. Sure. If we're trying to figure out that. I don't understand when. Anyway. Key ideas. I figured it out. An angle is formed when two straight lines meet. The vertex of an angle is the point where the lines meet. A right angle is a quarter turn, which is 90. An acute angle is an angle which is less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is an angle which is between 90 and 180. A reflex angle is an angle which is greater than 180. A protractor is used to measure angles accurately. I wish I had one. A complementary angles are two angles whose sum is 90. Supplementary angles are two angles whose sum is 180. Angles on a straight line add up to 180. Angles at a point add up to 360. Vertically, opposite angles are equal. Perpendicular lines cross at right angles. Parallel lines are straight lines which are always the same distance apart. Parallel lines never meet. A transversal is a straight line which crosses two or more parallel lines. Corresponding angles on a transversal are equal to each other. These are sometimes called F angles. Alternate angles on a transversal are equal to each other. These are sometimes called Z angles. A three-figure bearing is the angle measured clockwise from north. So an angle at 27 degrees from north corresponds to a bearing of 0.27 degrees. Chapter 3, fractions. I'm not looking forward to this. I remember always being upset about fractions. This chapter you will learn about equivalent fractions, how to compare fractions, how to add and subtract fractions, and how to multiply and divide fractions. Introduction. The word fraction comes from the Latin fractus, broken, and fractions were often called broken numbers. For many centuries, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 met humanity's needs, and although the Babylonians developed a system of fractions in about 2000 BC, it was 400 years later that the ancient Egyptians produced the first thorough treatment. 3.2. What is a fraction? A fraction is one or more equal part of a whole. In figure 3.1, the left circle has been split into 4 equal parts, quarters, and 3 of them are shaded. The fraction of the circle which is shaded is 3 out of 4. The top number 3 is called the numerator, and the bottom number 4 is called the denominator. One of the 4 parts is unshaded, so the fraction of the circle which is unshaded is 1 out of 4. If you are asked what fraction of the circle is shaded in the middle circle in figure 3.1, you might give 6 out of 8 as your answer. 6 over 8 as your answer, as the circle has been split into 8 equal parts and 6 of them are shaded. Similarly, in the third circle, the fraction 12 over 16 is shaded. You might say that it is obvious from figure 3.1 that the three fractions 3 over 4, 6 over 8, and 12 over 16 are equal. You would be right. They are equal in value and they are called equivalent fractions. You can write 3 over 4 equals 6 over 8 equals 12 over 16. You could get 6 over 8 from 3 over 4 by multiplying both the numerator and the denominator of 3 over 4 by 2. That is 3 times 2 over 4 times 2 equals 6 over 8. You can get 12 over 16 by multiplying the numerator and the denominator of 3 over 4 by 4. Similarly, 9 over 12, 15 over 20, and 18 over 24 are three more fractions equivalent to 3 out of 4. In general, if you multiply the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same number, you will obtain a fraction equivalent to the original. Exercise 3.1. What fractions of these shapes are shaded and unshaded? Okay. So this is chapter 3. And this is exercise 3.1. Question 1. What fractions of these shapes are A, shaded, and B, unshaded? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. And 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4 is 12. So it is 2, 3, 4. This is shaded. This is unshaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2, 4, 5. And then unshaded would be the same numbers. But then 1, 3, and 8, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, 7. Okay. 2. If 5 out of 6 of a shape is shaded, what fraction is unshaded? So it would be 1 over 6. Oh, I just got a message. So that is the answer. Number 3. If 3 out of 7 is shaded, what fraction is unshaded? So it would be 4 out of 7. 4. From 4 out of 5, 3, 8, 5, 6, and 8, 9. Write down a fraction with a numerator of 5. Numerator is the top one. So for the answer is 5/16. And then the denominator of 8 would be 3 out of 8. 5. Write down 5 fractions which are equivalent to 1 out of 3. So let's do 2 out of 6, 3 out of 9, and 4 out of 12. B. Oh, 5 fractions. Okay. So then 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 15 and 6 out of 18. 3 of 4 would be times 2 would be 6 out of 8 times 3 would be 9 out of 12, right? Times 2 times 3 times 4 would be 12 out of 16. I'm so lost already. 5 would be 15. And by 6 it'd be 18. So by 5 is 20. By 6 it would be 24. 2 out of 5. So equivalent would be 4 out of 10, 6 out of 15, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And this would be 5, 15, 20, 25, and 30. The 5 over 9 times 2 would be 10 over 18, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So that would be 18 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 30. Oh my God. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 35. 9 times 6 is 54. 6. Complete 2 over 3 equals what over 24? And five over 8 equals what over 24? And then is 2 over 3 bigger than 5 over 8? Okay, so 24 divided by 3 is what? 24 divided by 3 is 7, right? 24 divided by 3 is 8. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So 15. So is 2 out of 3 bigger than? Yes, it is. 2/3 is bigger than 5/8. Okay. Let's check our answers. Okay. 4 to 5, 7 out of 10. 5 over 12 shaded. 1, 5, 3, 10, 7, 12 unshaded. Boom, boom. 1 over 6, 4 over 7, 5 over 6, and 3 over 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yes. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yes. And yes. 2 over 3 equals the same as 16 over 24. Yes. And 5 over 18 equals 15 over 24. And 2 out of 3 is bigger than 5 over 8. Boom. Okay. Should I keep going? No, I'm really tired. Thank you for joining me as I continue this journey.